We're back.
We're back. It's been a while.
Got
Adam's got new eyeballs.
new eyeballs.
New balls.
We're back in the new the new studio. What did you say?
I said you got new balls.
Got some new balls. My sockets. My sockets are changed. Got the
Got some artwork.
got some artwork up and
Up here.
going for people that are watching video right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just tell me about it. Why these posters?
They look cool.
That's it.
I got obsessed with Marvel recently.
Okay, but you have.
But I mean, every poster in the year.
How much were they?
$10 a piece.
That's not bad.
Not bad at all. They're full size.
They're pretty good
Pretty good quality.
condition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty
Not
nice.
bad.
Nobody can see the Rick and Morty. I should put the Rick and Morty one over here. That one looks really stupid though.
Yeah, a little bit. What is that thing on the far right?
I don't know. I haven't gotten that far, I guess. I don't know.
Anyways, well, I can now see all of these posters due to the fact that I have
Yeah.
gotten LASIK eye surgery.
Yeah, it's your fault we missed.
Last week,
last
yeah.
week.
No,
You had an appointment every freaking day.
I did. It was scheduled Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday. Every day of the week. Couldn't see.
You could see her being.
Now I could see. Yeah, the whole thing took like, I was telling that 8 minutes. 4 minutes per eye. The weird thing about it was like they opened up my eye, right? And I didn't feel it. It didn't feel like they were opening my eye. But they like taped my eyelashes down on both sides. And I had to stare at this blinking light.
Mhm.
And he was like, just stare at the blinking light. I was like, okay. The dude put like this thing on here and you can smell like
Burning.
it's like burning, like hair burning.
Yeah.
And it lasts. The guy counts down from like 10 to 15 seconds. He takes it off and he wipes your eye. So like, I don't know if you've seen one of those, if you use like one of those paint brushes and you get the corner of a room, it's like
Mhm.
this big
Yeah.
and it's like a brush. He brushes your eye, bro. You can feel him brushing your eye. And it doesn't hurt. The whole procedure doesn't hurt, but he's brushing your eye. And it honestly kind of feels soothing. It kind of tickles too. And he pours like a little bit of liquid in there, like anesthesia in your eye. They also make you take Valium, which is like a narcotic, beforehand, so they can calm you
Did you
down.
get blazed or what?
No, but I got really chilled out
Yeah.
because I was freaking out beforehand. I was like, "Fuck, man, I'm scared. Like, what if something goes wrong? Like, it's the same things you would think of like before a
Yeah.
procedure, especially with your eyes." They gave me Valium beforehand, and then like 20 minutes, like an hour to take before the procedure, and then like 30 minutes to take before the procedure.
Mhm.
And I was completely chilled out. Like,
And you went to an appointment, like a consulting by them, and then you went.
so I went to a consulting by them on Monday. Wednesday, had my eyes dilated. They checked, crossed their T's, dotted I's. Everything was good. Thursday, procedure done. Friday, follow up. It was done the whole week. 1 week.
Total was like $3,700. Is it?
$3,700
For everything.
For everything,
I'm gonna go.
and that includes the post-op,
That includes a dilation and all that too.
everything.
Bro,
So
I have to go.
So it's that post-op like the appointments.
Mhm.
It covers for 24 months after that. So it's not only the procedure, but it's also like the appointments and everything. Everything's all under one
I'm
cost.
literally calling my mom. I'm like, yo,
I'm telling you, man,
I'm
it's
going
nuts.
to get LASIK. Because I'm on my last pair of contacts, so she was like, "Yo, you gotta go get checked out.
Yeah.
Go get like your
Like a new
prescription renewed."
prescription. Yeah,
And I was like, man,
I did it, man, and it was and it was funny because the doctor was saying like, man, so many people come in here get LASIK and then they're like, I should have done this sooner because it was such an easy process. Like, and the funny thing, like the doctor's visits, like I would go into my appointment, maybe 30 minutes long, 45 minutes at the most.
Mhm.
They do your checkups, they, test your vision. They work on, putting those things over your eyes. They check your whatever. It's really simple. It's really simple.
I need to do it, man. I've been wearing contacts since I was like 10 years old. So
Dude, can you imagine not
Yeah.
having to bother with that
Dude, it's
anymore
crazy.
or
I've
wear
been doing it
glasses
I've
like
been
at
doing
night?
it for like now 15,
Forever.
About 15
Yeah.
years I've been doing contacts.
I was doing it for what, 6 years, and even now, like I have the urge to want to pick up my glasses.
Mhm.
And it was funny because I was also testing out like to see what it would look like if I looked at my
yeah,
glasses.
and
The glasses was all blurry, bro.
Yeah.
It was nuts. Yeah. So as soon as I walked outside, like the following morning, I was telling you, like I could see like all the individual like leaves on the trees. I could see
Yeah.
street signs. When I'm driving on the road, I could see the rocks on the road.
that's crazy.
It was crazy.
That's
man.
usually how it feels when I get a new like my new
pair of contacts.
yeah.
Yep.
That's how it feels.
Yeah.
So it could be the
Yep.
same thing.
So this week I got to take it easy with the gym, and then I have to wear goggles to bed. And they're like,
Just to wear goggles.
yeah, they're like these comfy goggles. They're not too bad, but just avoid from like touching your eye. So yeah.
Anyway,
So we got that done.
went back to CBD.
We went back to CBD.
again.
Back to CBD again.
Dang. Lots happened. You got new eyeballs. That happened. We
Posters up. Unemployment benefits are back up again for Texas at least.
Which kind of goes
good. Extra $300 a week for people. I've been getting a lot of messages from people too.
About what?
Just like asking me about like, hey, are you working? Blah blah. And I told them the truth. Like, no, I got furloughed and then terminated. But I am on unemployment. Been focusing on podcasting, doing work for balance. Working with people. And other people have been responding saying that, man, I've been in the same situation. Like, I've lost my job.
A lot of people in that situation.
And it was funny because remember we talked about last time when they were saying like all those people are basically like shit posting about how people need to return back to work and they're getting paid more than what they're getting paid. Like, why aren't essential workers getting paid more? Which I think essential workers like healthcare workers and providers should be paid more.
They are paid more. They have the hazard pay.
Are they getting a hazard pay now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
they have been getting hazard pay.
Oh, I didn't know any of that.
Since all this other stuff's been going on.
Okay. Well,
I don't think it's anything like monumental, but it's a little bit more.
Okay. But they cut my brother's funding for residency big time.
Wow.
In Chicago, yeah. They cut his funding big time. Like, I want to say his raise this year was supposed to be like 40% or 30%, somewhere around there. And it was only like 10 or 15 or something. It was like super low. I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, we kind of led to this topic of, having a career change, especially now, because obviously like people are having career changes, people are looking for more jobs, and it's a fearful time like right now, for people to look for a job or apply for a job. Like, and the thing that's stupid about it is like, people don't realize like, you're going to shit on somebody for like not having a position. It takes months to obtain a job.
It's a whole ordeal, man.
It's whole
for legitimate jobs, it takes like it's a screening process, and you have to go through maybe 1, 2, 3 interviews. Like, if you're gonna go work at fucking,
like, do people that are upset about this expect you to go and apply at a grocery store? I mean, think about it. If like you're someone in your 30s and you have kids and like,
yeah, you're not gonna go work nowhere. Like, it's
like you've accrued all this experience over time. Like, you're not gonna go off and just start applying to HEB or Chick-fil-A or something like that. Like, you're gonna want to apply in your field.
Right, but people that are saying shit like that are, ignorant to what's going on, the truth of it.
And they're upset because they're getting paid less than what people are getting paid on unemployment. And it's like, you're blaming it on people that aren't working but are actively searching for jobs. Like, it's a process.
It's hard to find a job. Well, it's like you're kind of stuck between like, should I take like a $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 pay cut to go work for this company, or should I just kind of hold off? Take the unemployment while I wait for something that's more my pay grade or something, at least near what I was making before.
That's exactly what I was thinking. And so,
I mean,
how I don't understand how that's upsetting for some people to understand. A lot of people are backing people shitting on people for taking unemployment. Like, you saw in the news, like,
but what are you supposed to say? I don't want the unemployment. Like, what logical person is going to be like, oh, extra $600 when I don't have an income? No, I'm good. That's not fair to everybody. Like,
no, I'm just gonna take this other job because I don't think it's right. It's like,
no one's gonna do that. Like, that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Yeah. But like, people are idiots, man.
Yeah, I think
people are dumb.
Well, people also take it like a pride thing. Like, I'm not gonna, like, why would I take this and this and that? Like, I'm not gonna take government handouts, this and this and that. Like,
some people do.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if this is presented to you from your own government to help you, why wouldn't you take it? Why wouldn't? Other people are working different jobs than you. Like, other people have different experiences than you. Like, if you're working in sales, like, yeah, there's a lot of sales jobs. Like, yeah, you can just go out and find another sales job. Like, bro, I found work immediately. It's sales. There's sales jobs everywhere. But what if you're doing like, data analytics, or in my case, fitness, or, something that doesn't require a lot of, jobs to be available, or something that, somebody's just trying to get into, generally speaking, like, where sporting goods, for instance.
Yeah, it's tough.
Like, you made a really good point in saying that, like, yeah, it's fucking hard. Like, how are you going to just like take a $30,000, $20,000, $10,000 pay cut?
If I want, like, that's what I'm saying. If you want to work immediately, you can go, I'm sure, get a job tomorrow.
Right.
But it's not going to be probably
nearly
what
as
you were
enough
making,
as what you were getting with the $600 per week,
before.
or even the $300 now in Texas.
I'm not even talking about what you're making on unemployment. I'm talking about what you're making prior.
Right.
Like especially like executives that were making a lot of money, like hundreds.
I mean,
like
that guy that was working at our company,
yeah, he was making easily 6 figures. As you can take that,
he was a VP.
Yeah, he was like VP of marketing and got laid off. It's like then what then?
Yeah.
Like is he supposed to go take a job, and like my position and make half or less than what he was making?
Right.
It's
and
like,
then think about applying for another assistant or regular VP position at any other company. Think about how long that takes. How many months? Like I remember
like
when
those
my
jobs aren't just like, oh, you interviewed once. Oh yeah, you look good. You started on Monday.
Yeah,
that shit
you're
does
boom,
not
good.
work because there's normally 4 or 5 other candidates
Right.
that are all in the same spot that all have the same kind of
Yeah.
work history
Right.
experience. It's
Right.
like it's a process.
right.
And I learned that when I was looking for a job a couple months ago,
Mhm.
and I took an interview for I forgot what it was. It was at Sirius Computer Solutions,
Mhm.
some computer company.
Yeah.
And I remember like that was the first taste of like a legitimate
Mhm.
job interview process where it was like they phone screen you, then they interviewed me once, they interviewed me twice, then I had to wait, and then
How long was that process?
Bro, it took a month and a half,
Yeah.
2 months.
And that's at your level. Think about a
Yeah.
VP level.
Yeah, dude,
Like I remember when my dad was applying for jobs for assistant VP level jobs.
yeah,
It took him 4 months.
yeah, dude. Like it's a process, but people like don't know, and they're
Yeah.
like thinking, well, I'm working. Why can't you just go get a job? Like I have a job.
Yeah.
Don't work like that.
Yeah.
They're idiots.
I do get the point, like, okay, yeah, we're younger, we may not have the experience of a VP, but like regardless, like if you're trying to apply in something in your field and you're looking for something that's gonna apply to your background of educational knowledge and your experience, like you're gonna want to apply to that. You're not gonna want to just fucking flip over and start.
Yeah, if I have all this, it's
You
kind
know,
of hard.
delivering
It's like
favor.
if you've just been doing marketing for the last 10 years or so, are you gonna go do sales all of a sudden? It's
Yeah,
like, no,
I mean, you want to stick to something and you have
Yeah.
experience in. It's like
Yeah.
it makes sense.
It makes sense, but
Um,
people don't.
Yeah,
They don't stop and like look at that. They're just so heated that they have to wake up every day and go to work, and there's
Right.
people sitting at home. It's
right. It's like, bro, you've got a job. Just be thankful for it. Why are we like fight? And that's honestly part of our divisive nature, just to
That's
get
just us
pissed
as
off
a-
at
as a
other people,
country, dude. Like not to be happy with what you have. They're always
or getting
you're
pissed off at other
projecting-
people.
You project at other people for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
So that's just who we are as like Americans, really.
Yeah. And
it's
then not to mention
toxic.
the fact, like, even when you do apply for a job, that doesn't even necessarily mean you're going to get it,
no,
because there's tons of applicants. There's tons of
yeah, you know how many
jobs
people
that
out
are
of
missing.
Work? It's like how many
So
people
how
out
many
of
people
work?
are actually applying? There's an influx of people that are applying for positions now more than ever,
Yeah.
because there's a lack of jobs and people have
Mhm.
lost their jobs. So there's
Mhm.
only a slight few. So there's an influx of people
So
applying
then your
for 'em.
competition is even 10 times higher than
Right.
it was in a normal climate.
Right, than a normal climate,
Yeah.
and now you're fucked pretty much. Like
I
it's
don't say
harder.
fuck, but I mean you're in a tough spot.
You're in a tough spot,
Yeah.
regardless. Yeah. So
Yeah, people don't really take that in consideration.
yeah, and I think it's important for people to take unemployment when it's given, and take government benefits and
Who's
that
not
sort of
gonna
thing.
take a
And,
handout? The hell?
yeah, especially if you're lost your job and you've just got your brand new apartment. Like for people our age, like brand new car, brand new apartment. I mean, holy shit, can you imagine that guy, that VP guy? He look at his car.
Yeah.
Look at probably the things that he's owned.
Mhm.
If he takes a lower level job, he will not be able to
Sustain
afford that.
Yeah, I won't be able to sustain that. Yeah.
Whereas before, like, hey, he earned this. He earns this paycheck. He can afford it. He buys it. Lost his job, and then,
So
you're
what the
gonna
fuck
expect
you
him
do?
to
Yeah.
take something lower. It's the same thing with us, but at a smaller scale.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you got your first apartment, you got your first car, this, that, whatever. You're buying groceries. You moved out of your parents. Like,
yeah, it would suck. Like you'd have to.
you're
You
not
have
gonna-
to take that.
you're just
can't
gonna straight up. Okay, fuck. I gotta start applying. Like no.
Yeah.
You gotta take your unemployment and then start looking for jobs that fit your background. Like
Yeah.
that's what people are gonna do, and that takes time. Like it is what it is. But like, it's just kind of shitty. So
You heated, bro. I've seen it. I still see it on Facebook.
I see it all
People
the
talk
time.
Shit. I'm just like, guys, we're like 6 months into this damn thing. We're still complaining about the same things we were complaining about 6 months ago.
oh yeah, and you remember when I sent you that thing where it was like less than 1 million people have now filed for unemployment, so people thought the numbers were going down.
Yeah.
The following week after that, another 1.2 million people filed for unemployment. So it actually went back up again, over 1 million. So there's still people getting put on
man.
unemployment.
People don't.
It's a tough
understand.
situation.
It's not even that. It's just ignorance, man. People don't.
Yeah.
People don't. don't look at both sides or really stop and like look at the
Somebody's
situation in
like,
full. They just look at the face value of it, and then they
they
start
look
shitting
at
on
you're
it.
getting paid more than I am. Well,
And I'm
fuck
pissed.
you.
And I'm pissed because I'm working in your
And I'm working. I gotta go.
And I'm
to the
like, yeah,
office.
but these guys also went to college, and you probably didn't. And
Yeah.
they've been working for
You can't
15
compare
years,
yourself
and
to
you
other people.
haven't. It's like it's a completely different thing. So stop bitching and just be happy that you still have money coming in.
Totally agree.
Because I mean, unemployment doesn't last forever. I mean,
Yeah.
we found that out quick.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
but
Luckily,
yeah.
they put it back, but
Sort
yeah,
of.
I think that leads to people, determining whether or not certain jobs are right for them too. Because, I mean, you think about a career change, especially now, like it's hard, but sometimes it's necessary because you've realized, like at this point, like, where does this stand in terms of future work?
Right.
What if this happens again? I don't feel so comfortable working a position or doing a job where it could potentially fold
Right.
because of a certain situation that's happening in our country,
Right.
Like a pandemic.
Well, I think people career change for different reasons. I think that
Right.
even then people want to like. What if you find like your passion and maybe it's working for another company and
Yeah.
it's a career change?
Well, that's why I think it's so important for people to look for things that they thoroughly enjoy. Like
Yeah.
for me, like I enjoy doing fitness, but like for other people, like you're understanding, hey, throughout this time, you've been taking unemployment, sure,
Mhm.
but have you been taking the time to try things that you might think that you enjoy,
Mhm.
or different work that you might think that you enjoy, and you use that to kind of shift your career focus to do something that you actually enjoy,
Right.
and that's going to help you sustain, a paycheck and your overall lifestyle to be able to pay for things and afford, rent, whatever it is, whatever it is. Like,
Right.
at that point, are you shifting your mindset to trying different things? Like, and that's why I was telling you, like, it's important for people to be fearless in terms
their
of
choices.
trying new things and making choices on trying new things.
I think. Well, okay. So like I know we were talking about the context is different. Like people like us who have not a lot of a whole lot of responsibility.
Mhm.
I think it's important to take those jumps, man.
Yeah,
Now.
totally. But I also think people need to
But
not like put themselves in a position where they have to pay for all this sort of stuff,
Mhm.
and they do have a lot of responsibilities because they
Mhm.
place that on themselves.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
for us, like we don't really have a lot because we've tried to like cut back on limiting our responsibilities in the first place.
Or just like living. I mean, it's kind of like living like kind of in between like living safe and like cautious and like not.
Yeah.
But like I think like if you're gonna make a career change like when you're young, like our people our age, it's like now's the time to
Totally.
explore and do that.
Yeah.
Now. Before like 2-3 years, maybe you get married, have kids, and then you have other people you have to be responsible for. So you can't just hop around and do all these different career changes when you've got other people to feed. I think that's the context. It's
Especially
different.
during a pandemic.
I mean, yeah. I mean, honestly, the pandemic for people like either just graduated from college or people our age that are trying to figure shit out, it shouldn't have really affected you much.
Mm-hmm.
You should have kept on either. If you lost your job, you should have expanded on your hobbies.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you were working and you're still working, and gave you a chance to, do your side hustle, do whatever, do your
Or learn to save.
or learn to save money, man.
Right.
Instead of buying dumb shit on Amazon and kind of like shopping and shopping
Yeah.
and shopping.
Or
'cause you're
drinking.
bored.
I mean, I saw I want to say on Twitter, one of the news sources. I forgot the name of the news source.
Bro, people are partying. It hadn't
Oh
stopped.
yeah, well that hasn't stopped, but people are getting more depressed and staying in
I've seen that.
and not interacting with people, so they're buying more alcohol.
Oh wow. I didn't
So-
know anything about that.
Yeah, they're fucking up their health, but they're also spending more money on alcohol. So it's like a double whammy kind of, because people are staying in, sure, but like they're not stopping like spending money because
Yeah, it hasn't changed anything.
It hasn't changed anything because they're going
They're
out
just
and-
spending
and-
money different ways, yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
they're going
before,
about it a different way. So like
yeah.
in order for people to really have a fearless career change, like you got to really take a step back and look at your responsibilities as a whole. Like, what do you own? What are you spending your money on? Like, what are you spending your time on? Like, all those things come into play whenever you're trying to decide, hey, what the fuck am I gonna do for a career now? Like,
I think about it like that, but I think about like the whole depression thing, like people like, oh, I'm staying at home and like you're
Sure.
by yourself. I'm not downplaying depression, but like that's kind of like it's a little extreme. Like
Yeah.
you're living comfortably, you're working at home, but you're drinking more because you're bored. That's
Yeah.
that's
No,
what it comes
people-
down to. It. It's not because
It's
you're.
the same with eating. People are
it's not
buying
'cause
like
you're
shitty ass
depressed.
food.
It's because
they're
you're
eating.
bored and
Yeah.
you don't know what else to do, so you go to Chick-fil-A 4 times a day.
Yeah.
You buy yourself 3 bottles of whatever, and you down them in a week. It's like, dude, like.
Yeah.
You're just bored. Like, why don't you like take all that money like you're spending? Let's say you spent $300 on liquor or whatever, and put that into something like productive.
Yeah.
Like put that into like if you like to like sing, like why don't you get something that motivates you to do something more that way, or get yourself like a new keyboard or a new microphone or something and expand that.
Right.
Or like if it's drawing or making art, like why don't you put that 300 rather than destroying your liver and your health? I'm not saying drinking's bad.
Yeah.
But if you're just sitting at home drinking,
I mean, it is
every
bad.
night- I mean, it's bad, but nothing's bad in moderation.
Right.
I mean, you could.
Yeah.
I mean, essentially, you could take it and put that money somewhere else that'll
Right.
benefit
right.
you better.
Right. Right.
I mean, it comes down to people just not being willing to like explore.
I also saw there was this poster at Trader Joe's. I didn't see this personally, but there was a picture of it online. It was get your school supplies now, and it was a picture of wine because like you're basically at home.
Yeah, you're at home,
and
with
it's
your
like
kids.
playing on like alcoholism essentially, like
Yeah, what are you gonna drink while your kids are at school?
right
Like,
while
what
your
the
kids
fuck?
are at school or you're at school yourself and you're just at home. Like get your school supplies today, and it had pictures of wine.
That's kind of. I don't know about.
Yeah, it's like basically like
That's kind of weird.
it's playing a joke on like alcoholism in a sense, in a weird kind of fucked up way.
It's
like,
weird, man.
but that's what it's come
But
down to.
essentially,
Especially
man,
now.
people are sitting at home and like the drinking's definitely starting earlier.
No shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Starting way earlier.
I
because
saw
they're bored.
right, and there's teachers like oh man, needed my margarita at noon. These kids, blah blah. Or like you saw today, I think it was a Northside ISD or something. The whole fucking system fucking blew up, shut down.
What?
Like the whole software for the first day of school, like nobody could log
Crashed.
in. Crash. It's like a fucking mess.
Today they start school.
Yeah, I think some schools started last week on Monday, and then other ones started this Monday,
Oh my god, and they already fucked it up.
and they're already fucking up. So like,
Dude, what the fuck?
even these sorts of problems are causing people to drink.
Yeah,
You
it's
know?
like, well, no school. Let's get shit faced.
Yeah,
At
it's like, fuck.
noon. It's
Yeah.
like, what the like what?
No,
But like,
people
even
do that.
I guess we're just different. I've never been the kind of person to be like, I'm just gonna blow off this week and just.
Well, I'm doing
not
that
gonna
this
do
week
anything.
because my lazy.
Not really though. We're still going to the gym. You're still finding a way to get active. I'm talking like there's people like.
Going for a walk, yeah.
You're not gonna
But
go
I mean,
for a
yeah.
walk.
No, I went for a walk. Like I've been going for walks
That's lame.
just because it's something.
Go fucking run, man.
I
Jesus
can't. I
Christ.
can't sweat my eyes.
Where's
That's another
where are
thing.
your goggles?
I probably could.
Imagine running around, fucking.
Yeah, I know.
You see a guy running down the streets
Yeah,
wearing
that'd be
fucking
stupid.
swimming goggles. Fucking.
They're not like swimming goggles.
I
They're like,
bet you could wear.
but they're
goggles.
monster.
You could wear swimming goggles, right? Because it keeps the water out of your eyeballs.
No, those are bad because it applies pressure on my eyeball.
Get the big ones, the snorkels.
Yeah, how am I supposed to
Imagine.
breathe?
They have the ones that go above your nose, dude.
Oh, I guess I could. That'd be terrible.
Imagine running around. You
That'd
see
be
this
so
guy jogging
stupid.
down the street. He's got a fucking snorkel. But think about it. If you just imagine.
That's what my goggles look like. They look like snorkeling glasses,
Snorkel
like
glasses?
goggles,
like lab glasses.
like lab glasses.
Gotcha.
They're not glasses though, but they're goggles. Like they're goggles, bro. I'll show you a picture.
You like slap yourself in the face. What the hell?
No, it's just so that way, like whenever I'm asleep, I don't rub my eyes when I'm asleep. I only wear them to sleep.
That's weird.
But by the time I wake up, they're like over here on my like on the
They're
corner
across
of my
your
face,
face.
like falling over. But
Jesus Christ. But yeah, no. I mean, people are. I don't understand. People are bored, but like, you would think like, damn. I've never sat. Like, have you ever just sat down and been like,
I will say this. Like, there's a difference between taking unemployment and just sitting there not doing shit
Yeah,
and just
there is a very
fucking
big
collecting while you're whacking off and watching TV.
rubbing one out?
You're right. You know, grip it and rip it. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
rip it.
you know what I mean? Like, there's a difference
Why
between
have I
somebody
never heard
sitting there and
that?
doing that, and then there's a difference between like, hey, you know, I'm collecting some unemployment. I'm actively researching.
Mhm.
I'm improving my LinkedIn page. I'm applying. I'm connecting with
Right.
people. I'm starting my side hustle. I got to, you know, being active with their overall lifestyle to get something to change.
Yeah,
You know,
I agree.
you know, like
There's a big difference,
big
and that's the
fucking
thing that like I
difference.
really hate, and that's kind of why this can be that thing, that whole concept of people shitting on people on social
because
media.
they see one person that does
Yeah,
that.
man,
and
but
then
that's
they're
like
everyone's.
But it's
doing
like
that.
it's more than just that. And like I'm not gonna go off, but it's like kind of like people shit on shit all the time for no fucking reason with no context. With they're ignorant. It's the same thing. It's no different. That's kind of why I kind of like I just don't say anything because I don't know the full story. You don't know what that person's doing because what if he is legitimately every single day sitting at a computer applying and just not getting anything?
You're right.
What are you gonna not take any money?
Yeah.
It's the dumbest shit.
Yeah.
So just shut the fuck up. Like just don't say anything at all. Why are you gonna speak?
I totally agree.
You didn't even think. It's like
You're spending more time on shitting on other people than taking the time to actually like improve something in your life.
Yeah,
at that point, like
So
you could be doing
it's insane.
like actually fucking working, you know, instead of shit posting on Facebook.
Instead of shitting on somebody else. I think it's the dumbest shit, but people do that on everything. It's the same reason why people shit on everybody if you do something wrong.
Yeah.
If you do something wrong on and you're in the celebrity spotlight, and let's say you do something wrong, I'm not condoning any behavior, but let's say you fuck up.
Yeah.
And everyone is just shitting on these people. It's the same concept.
And then everyone's just
because everyone's perfect nowadays.
Yeah.
The minute that someone else
totally
fucks
grouped
up,
in like the one thing that's
yeah,
like
it's like a whole it's like
stereotype. It becomes a stereotype for what, but how
it's just
somebody's
trash,
acting
bro.
or how they act or think or do.
It's dumb as fuck. But
Yeah.
that's essentially what people do because they're not happy. And it's the same thing. But the minute that ever got the stimulus check, there was no one complained.
No
No one said a word.
Yep.
Stimulus check. Now that everybody uses up $1,200, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, now these guys are getting more. Take away the unemployment. Take away the unemployment. Send them back to work. It's like
It's a very good point.
it went away for a while. You stopped hearing people bitch, and now
Yeah.
it's coming back.
Right.
And it's just like no one's ever happy.
Yeah.
No one's ever happy.
It's hard to make people fucking happy.
It's hard to make people. But on the other hand, if you're sitting at home and you're not doing jack shit and you're just collecting unemployment, I think fuck you.
Yeah, I do think there's a big problem with that.
There's a lot of people doing that though.
Yeah.
I've seen it,
Yeah.
witnessed it. But there's been people doing that for years, bro.
Sure. But yeah, I mean, you gotta find a time to grow at some point. Like, I mean, you gotta try something. I mean, yeah, I get it. There's like a pandemic going on, and I know it's hard. Like, it's hard to like go outside and like do something, but that doesn't take away from the fact that, hey, you know what? I could be researching on something that I like. Fuck, I mean, people are making money off video games, dude. So if you're sitting there playing video games all day collecting unemployment, figure out a way to fucking vlog yourself and play video games.
Yeah, make some money.
And put something on Twitch. Like,
I don't understand why. Yeah, like we have buddy ours that would always play video games.
Anything
all day,
can
every
be
day.
fucking
like,
monetized.
Yeah, dude.
In some form or fashion, there's a way that whatever you enjoy doing can be monetized to help you pay bills.
Yeah, it's getting to that point. I mean, we're so technologically advanced now that people
Every little thing you think of, everything can be monetized.
Bro, you know what I saw today? I saw this guy on he's a TikTok guy. I guess he's making a lot of. He went viral. He's this big deal. You want to know what he does? He cleans out computers, and he's gotten so many like he's just cleaning up. He's just cleaning like blowing out computers and like from when they're all like nasty and gunky.
And then they're replacing and putting them back together.
And he's just putting it like speed fast and putting them back together,
That's what
and
I'm
he's
saying.
blowing up.
Yeah,
and it's just like it's that simple. This dude is making a fuckload of money doing his job, what he loves to do, which is just deal with computers and clean them out and bring them back to like really nice, like, and then selling them. It's like,
and people think like, oh fuck, I need money to blow up my business or blow up who I am. Like, no, dude, just post a fucking video. You know, start posting places.
Somewhere. That's the biggest thing, man. The start is the hardest point. You just have to start.
Yeah, it is a big wall to jump. I will say that.
It's a big jump.
It's a big jump, and it's scary, and like, but in reality, if you got this, you got your phone,
dude. You have so much opportunity. I mean, I hate being like so cliche because Gary Vee says it all the time, but it's so true. Like,
it is true.
There's people making money off of just going like this and just saying shit and then putting it down, just making a video.
And honestly, like, that's where like the topic of being like the topic title, you know, being fearless with your life choices. That's what we mean by that. Like, your life choice to improve your future and do something that you thoroughly enjoy for the rest of your life, whatever, you know, it can all be done if you're just pushing out, you know, volume.
Yeah, it just has to be
volume
consistent
content of things that you enjoy doing.
Consistent value.
That's what
content.
it is.
Yeah.
But like I said, like, I don't have sympathy for people sitting around doing nothing. But if you're in reality, you're not really doing nothing. If you're doing something and it's something you enjoy, like, holy shit, have you been watching fucking Netflix documentaries and shows all day?
What do you
critique them?
Yeah, say it, like, review them, bro. You know, dude, it's like that guy I watch. He just watches movies.
He watches
Though
movies.
he is more, I think he's bigger than I thought he originally was, because apparently he goes to, like,
He's a pretty professional critic.
Yeah, he goes to, like, movie
But think about how
premieres
long
and
he's
shit.
probably been watching
Long
movies and
time.
immersing
Long time.
himself
into
into
that
that
process.
world.
But like, there's other people that are just like this other guy I watched. He does these videos where he explains movies out, but like makes fun of them. Like, dude, that's like he's just talking over the picture.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
About the movie.
Yeah.
And his thoughts.
Yep.
You know how many people
you
can
watch
do
it.
that? And I fucking watch him.
How many views does that guy get on his videos, like, on average? Anywhere from like 200 to 500,000 views.
Let's see.
Somewhere.
Let's see. Stuckman.
I had to guess.
Stuckman. Let's see. Stuckman.
I mean, that's the point, though.
341,000 views. 965,000 views.
Yeah.
130. Oh, that one's only been up for a few hours. Yeah, he's anywhere from 500,000 to 900,000 views.
I mean, that's an
it's
easy.
crazy. Let's see this other guy. He just explains movies. Let's see.
That's my point.
100,000. Like, it's like, dude, these guys have so many views. Just
can-
reviewing movies, which is what you do every single fucking day.
Yeah. And you can monetize from it.
Yeah.
They monetize from YouTube.
You know what's funny is that when you told me that one day, you were like, "Bro, I fucking miss working at Team Express." I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
It's just like.
But it's just, but like, you felt like you weren't doing anything, and I was like, "But you're doing something. You're not just
Right.
like not doing anything." It's the idea that you feel like our bodies have been
And
programmed.
it wasn't more so the fact that I missed doing the work. It was just being like around everybody and fucking around. That's what I meant.
Not
like-
I think you said that, but like, dude, when you said that, I remember I saw the text and I was like,
No, like that's what I was saying. Like, you're gonna call me crazy, but I feel like I miss like
"What are you talking about?"
because we were just like fucking around the whole time. That's
Yeah,
what I didn't
missing-
mean working and like filling out
missing
paperwork. Fuck
missing
no.
like when we were all there.
Right.
That was fun. I give you
Yes.
that. I give you that. Back in the call center days.
Yeah,
That was
what
fun.
That's
that
what
was
I meant.
really fun. I was gonna say like, but like at face value, when I got the text, I was just like,
No, fuck no.
"What the fuck are you talking about? I hate it.
No.
I legit hate it." Now it's like really boring because now we're like, there's no
There's like
fucking
nothing
around.
going on.
There's just nothing to do. Like,
Yeah.
it's the dumbest shit.
Yeah.
But like, that's true though. Like, you felt like you weren't doing anything because you didn't have somewhere to be every single day. So, but like, that's kind of a problem too. I think.
Yeah.
I think our bodies have been conditioned to like where we have to do
Yeah,
shitty
we think
work.
that we need to be doing shitty work like
that
8
we
hours a
don't
day.
feel like we should be doing, but at the same time, we
Right.
feel like our bodies need it.
Yeah, and I felt like a part of me was like missing. It's like, man, I'm so used to doing something that's so shitty and like that I don't want to do basically for 8 hours out of the day, 8 to 10 hours out of the day.
Yeah.
That part has been stripped from my life,
So it's a big
and
change.
I'm like, where's the shittiness? I'm like, where the fuck? I should be doing
Feels
something
off. Feels
shitty.
weird.
That feels
Like,
weird.
it just feels like you're missing something.
I'm missing something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, fuck. Like, I'm doing like basically the amount of work that I do for my own stuff is the same amount of work that I was doing in the office. I was just in a desk all day because I had to be there.
And we're throwing shit around, doing dumb shit.
Yeah, we were literally throwing shit around, like throwing balls around. Anyways, that's besides the point. But like,
You were tossing people's
my
balls.
body has been so conditioned, like either going to school, doing a job, doing like yard work, just something I don't feel like doing every fucking day.
And life doesn't have to be that way, man.
Right. And it's weird to feel a taste of that. And now that I've gotten a taste of that, I'm like, wow, opens up a huge realm
It's crazy.
of opportunities that I could potentially do with my life and actually like make a living from it.
Yeah.
So
It's insane.
that's where I'm trying to. That's what the conversation is about. Like,
Yeah. I wish that. Yeah, it's like it's crazy, man. But like that's why like people are always, and people tell me this all the time. Like, I hate Team Express, but like right now the way things are going, like it's pretty great because I don't have to do anything.
yeah,
You know
you're
what I'm
working
saying?
from home.
And people are always like, why don't you, like, you need a new job. You need to go because you're never going to grow. You're never going to move anywhere. Like, you're always going to be there. But
you're also getting marketing experience, which is good.
on paper.
On paper,
like,
but that's
my
all that
thing,
matters.
My thing is like, dude, I hate this job. I do it because I have so much freedom.
Yeah.
I'm not really looking. I'm trying to explore all these other options. So like, if they're going to pay me to work just like when I need to work, like, why would I go look for something else?
Mm-hmm.
Why would I try to go wait? Like, I have the freedom to do all this shit all day long. I can go work out. I can work on music stuff. I can make beats. I can do all that all day long. Why am I going to take...
And still collect a paycheck.
And I'm collecting a paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
Why am I going to say, fuck that paycheck. Let me go do a shitty job for 8 hours where I'm probably going to have to go into an office
And you're getting
somewhere,
paid an extra $100.
an extra $100, and I'm at a desk, and I lose like 10
Huge
hours of
chunk
my day.
of your day. Yeah, I was
I'm
right
just
there
like,
with
why
you.
the fuck would I do that?
I was right there with you.
I'm just like, I
I mean,
don't
the
wanna do
whole.
that.
I was able to study for a whole board certification exam while at work.
Yeah, dude, seriously,
You know
that's
what I mean?
crazy. I didn't realize how long you had been studying for that test until like I stopped and I was like, damn, back in the call center when you were studying for it.
When the very first day I was there, I was studying for it. Day one, and it was all the way basically like
I was October of like 2019, I
maybe
think. Or 2018, I think it was.
Yeah, and then all the way up until March 2020. That was that first week of March, and then I went to take the exam, and then it was the pandemic.
It's fucking wild, man.
So yeah, it was like
it's
literally
like,
a year and a half.
No, I'm not taking a shot at like Team Express, but like they give a lot of freedom to their employees. They don't pay the greatest, and like but it's a check.
Yeah,
and you can't really complain when you're not really trying to be there. So like,
but to make it clear, like I mean, you wouldn't be at your job if you weren't doing your job.
Exactly. Like they're not gonna like. I still do what's asked of me. I just don't do like extra. I'm not like overachieving. Like
because you're not gonna get
reports.
compensated for it.
Yeah, you're not gonna get compensated for it, and
you know that. I know that.
It's kind of one of those deals where like everyone knows it. It's just like one of those deals where you're just like, I'm just gonna take.
You're not a sales rep. If you work harder, like longer periods of time, it's not reflective on your paycheck at all.
I am salaried. I'm stuck. No overtime.
And there was points in your work time at Team Express and both in mine as well where we went above and beyond the Call of Duty
and nothing ever happened
for a very long period of time, and
nothing ever happened.
I asked and you asked and nothing ever happened.
Yeah, I asked for my raise and
we all both asked for raises.
And I said, well, what the fuck are we gonna do about it now? Nothing.
Yeah. So,
but on the flip side, like I said, we made sure we get our work done. I always that's the first thing I do in the morning. Believe it or not, I get up, I run, and I do Team Express for however long, whatever the day's work is.
Yeah, you get it done.
And then if somebody legitimately asks me to do something, I get it done for them. I'm not gonna I ignore them. I do it.
Yeah, I mean, you step away, you take your phone call.
Yeah, I have to. I make sure my work's done.
You're making that clear. We're making that clear.
Because I get all my work done.
Because people are like shitting on you, like, bro, you don't even work.
Like, get a paycheck. No, I work. I get when they ask me to do something, it's done. I never miss a deadline.
It just goes to show that you really don't need to sit there 8 hours a day to fulfill.
Which when we had Mark on, I mean, it's true. I mean, a lot of jobs are now being so like when companies like come back to the office, a lot of people are like, no, there's no need to.
Yep.
World's changing, man.
Yeah, it's changing, and it's changing quick.
It is changing,
and people are becoming more accepting of that change.
Yeah,
and sort of. Obviously, like I think people really need to get out of that old school thinking. Like we've done it this way since 1940s, whatever. We're gonna do it like that forever because that's just the way. No, like that doesn't work. That mindset needs to change. Mm-hmm. And it also needs to change with our lives when picking a career. Like, okay, so what? You've been doing this the whole time this way. You know, you've been attacking your life a certain way, like, and you think you need to be attacking your life that way from now on. Like, no, that's not necessarily the point. No, you can change your mindset. You can change the way you approach something or do something in your life or whatever it is. Like that. That's where, and we talked about this on our other podcast episode where it was like, dude, you need to be more accepting of change. Like, why is it so frowned upon for people to be so upset when you want to change? Like,
it doesn't make sense.
When your mindset's like, you know what, fuck, I don't want to do this anymore. It's like, well, you're a shitty ass person. Fuck you. I was like, no, what the fuck? I had a change of heart. You know?
Yeah, that's
I don't want to do something else.
That's hard for people to accept sometimes for God knows what reason.
And that goes all the way to the corporate level, bro.
Yeah.
And that goes all the way to like doing a job, like applying for a job or whatever. Like people think that's like a shitty thing. It's like, well, like, talk about your major.
Upon. Yeah. Oh, like when I wanted to, that was kind of a thing was like, I wanted to change my major, but it was kind of both ways because I was already almost done. And I finally realized, I was like, yo, I want to change my major because like I realized.
What did you want to switch it to?
I was a journalist. It was something weird. I was just exploring majors because I realized like, yo, I don't want to do this. Like I kind of stopped.
You were kind of in too deep at that point.
But I was kind of in deep, and everybody's like, well, you can't change majors. Why would you change majors? Like, and it was for people that had no idea what my situation was.
Yeah.
Like even like people like of course it was like the people like the register people or the chairs and stuff you have to talk to about it. They're like, yeah, you don't want to do that. We can't. Yeah, you don't want to change it. It's just so frowned upon for you to make a switch. And then people are like, yo, he switched his major like 3 times, bro. Like, who cares? Why does it matter?
Yep.
Like college, and especially with college and people our age, like it's like we are figuring out who we are. It's like it's kind of tough to ask an 18-year-old kid, yo, pick something you want to do right now. For the rest of your life. I always thought it was
the funniest thing when they were like, oh, well, you got 2 years to decide what you want to do. It's like, just because I'm taking basics the first 2 years, I still have time, only 2 years to decide what I want to do for the rest of my life, knowing damn well like 70% of the majors in college aren't even used for the actual major that they're doing for their life job. It's like,
What?
The fuck, man?
It doesn't make sense, and it's quite ridiculous to ask an 18-year-old kid to pick something he wants to do for the rest of his life at 18 years old.
Yeah,
knowing he's got
our brains are not even developed until like 25.
Man, it's dumb.
Whatever.
Some people know, like you just kind of like have a passion for
sure,
something. It's like,
totally,
yeah,
and that's
but
cool.
Some kids are just like, fuck.
But the thing is, people look at those people with passions, and they're like, well, this person has their passion and they haven't changed and they pursued what they wanted to do since they were 8 years old. And then they shame somebody else when they're like all of a sudden have a change of heart at the age of 24.
Or they don't know. I remember like people that were like undecided or like general studies, they don't know yet. I'm just like, and people are like, wow, he doesn't even know. He doesn't even have a fucking major. It's like,
and why is that a bad... like, oh, I'm undecided. It's like, oh, okay.
Why is that a bad thing? Like, I don't understand why that's so frowned upon. People are like, it's serious. I just saw it the other day. I forgot who I was talking to, and they were like, yeah, he doesn't have a major yet. I'm just like, is that a problem? I didn't know that was an issue.
Who cares?
Who gives a shit?
How does that affect you? It doesn't. It's his life.
Yeah, leave him alone. Like, what the fuck?
God.
It happens all the time, dude.
All the time. All the time. It's just being more accepting of change, bro. Like,
but essentially, it's really what it comes down to.
Yeah. But. And luckily enough, like bigger companies like Twitter is a big one that, is accepting the fact that like, hey, people can work from home. That's great. Mm-hmm. That translates to other things that might change later on, not just working from home or corporate jobs in general, but just people being accepting of change. Like, man, I work for this company, I've worked for Twitter and, they've accepted this, maybe I should be more accepting of someone else's
change. Yeah. Like,
idea about something because, hey, look, I've been affected by something or something bigger than me that's accepting of the change that I want to do by working from home. Like I can be more accepting of change elsewhere with other people because, and that translates. So like, hopefully like, throughout this year and hopefully years to come, like people become we can become more solidified with the idea that
change is okay. Yeah. It's tough.
Especially career changes,
especially career changes. I mean, it's your whole fucking life ahead of you. Dude. It's okay. You can search around, taste stuff, try different jobs. I mean, shit. I don't see. Yeah, I mean, interview for a job and then you not get it, and then you have to change it. Yeah, and then have to change or interviewing and training and realizing, holy shit, this isn't for me, and then saying, hey, I need to take a step back. I don't think this is for me. That's fine too. I got that job. I got offered that position at Erosti. Yeah. For the health recovery specialist. Yeah. And, the pay wasn't very good and it was like wrapping like tape around people. And I was like, you know what, this is just not for me. But I applied and, checked it out. That's not the field I want to get into or the experience I want to have. Like, yeah, it's okay. But okay, I'm going to try applying to other positions. That's a change. That's okay. You know what I mean? Yeah, you pretty much hit everything there. So change is okay. Yeah, that's what it is. And you should approach things without fear of what anybody else is going to say. You should just do it. Yeah. Fuck everybody else. What are you looking at? I was just stretching. I was just stretching. Oh, okay. Yeah, but I think we hit everything there. Yeah, that's pretty solid. Got some good topics coming up, though. Yeah, we got some good stuff. We're going to have some people on here. I apologize again for missing. My eyeballs are good for anybody asking. No, they're not good. I'm good. I can see past these hoes. I can see past these hoes. I got a brand new vision. Oh, dude. Enough. I've seen all your shit on every Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, 2020 vision. 2020 vision, kept the vision. Kept the vision, but it's 2020, so it's here. Oh, my God. Enough. I actually have 1515. Did I tell you that? So, okay, do you know what 2020 vision is? It's near perfect vision, isn't it? It's like considered like near perfect vision. Yeah. But, so they have like, when they give you the letters and stuff, so... If you get your checkup, you cover each eye and you look at the letters. Yeah. So there's like a 30-30, a 20-20, a 25-25, and a 20-20. The 20-20 is like, pretty small. I was able to read it. And so then they reduced it to another one, which is 15-15, which is even smaller. Read them easy, bro. It's like, wow, you're actually like above average. Like you're at 15. That's considered 15-15 vision. It's nuts, bro. It's crazy. And that was a day after my procedure, like the very next morning, because I went at like 10:30 in the morning. I got my procedure at like 2:45. You were ready to go. And I was ready to go. That's fucking awesome. Could see. It's nuts. Pretty badass. All right. Anyway, that's the end of the episode. Yeah, check us out. Anyways, almost knocked down the mellow head again. Anyways, that's the end of our episode. Number 37 in the books. Yeah, we got some good stuff coming. Got some good stuff coming. Little controversy, little
I think things that maybe that need to get talked about that are especially, well, I mean, it's fitting with our career topics, but we'll get into that. There's a lot of different careers I think that are sparking some controversy.
No. Yeah, that's coming.
It's coming. We'll talk about it.
Shit.
Yeah, but we're gonna bring a female guest on for that episode.
Yeah.
So that way we can get some equilibrium.
Yeah.
I feel like in the conversation.
A more different mind, a different
aspect,
different take on it.
Different take
from that demographic.
Because these other jobs are starting to spring up like wildfire. So.
Yeah, and spam accounts of it.
Spam accounts. Lots of spam accounts. Because people know that people are starting these things. Yes. And people are aware that this thing is like blowing up. That's why spam accounts are starting. And we talked about spam, so check out that episode too. It's online. But yeah, we're going to be posting every Friday. This episode will come up this Friday, which will be September? No.
October.
What? No.
28th.
No. This Friday.
October, shit. August 25th.
August 28th.
I don't know, I'm October. I'm Blaze, bro.
This Friday.
This Friday.
The 28th.
August 28th.
Yeah.
We'll have it out. We'll have some posts, put clips, all that shit.
Yeah, we'll have some clips.
Yeah.
And then Elijah wants to talk about his CBD, so.
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. Anyways, check us out. We're on all platforms. You can catch the full video on YouTube, so you can watch us on YouTube here. Or you can listen to it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Podbean. What's the other one?
Overcast.
Yeah, so we're on all those. So be sure to check us out. Leave us a like, DM.
Yeah, you got a problem. I forgot to wear
TikTok.
the football helmet, dude. Damn it.
We're not wearing the football helmet.
I'm wearing the football helmet next episode.
But yeah, appreciate y'all for having us, being on and checking us out. Having us on your car doors.
Car door, your AirPods. Phones,
speakers.
Blowing us out. What's up?
Yeah. Appreciate it. Thank y'all.
Yep.